to another video tutorial regarding iOS programming and SwiftUI. This is Gabriel, and today I'm going to show you how to manage to switch among SwiftUI views that exist in the same hierarchy level. Before I dive into the topic, let me tell you that you can find more video tutorials on my YouTube channel, and if you like this or any other videos, then subscribe to my channel and be notified whenever a new one gets published. Also, pay a visit to my website for text tutorials and more content. See the description for more details and links. So, let me start by presenting you a really simple project that I have created here. See that I have three similar views, with the only difference being the background color and the displayed message. All of them have also a button, which when pressed presents a menu with three options matching to those views respectively. At the time being, nothing happens when I select any of the three options. The goal here is to make it possible to navigate to the respective view depending on the menu option that I tap on. All that simple but common functionality is not implemented three times. There is just once into another view, which I call Colored Content View. It takes the desired background color and the display text as arguments during its initialization when it's called by each one of the other single views. Now that I've shown what I currently have and what I want to achieve, let's see how I can make it happen. The main idea behind what I'm going to demonstrate lies to the fact that any SwiftUI view can be embedded to another SwiftUI view. Based on that, I will be containing all three color views to another container view. Which one will be displayed at any given moment will be determined on the fly depending on a special property which I will pass to the environment of the view hierarchy. Don't worry if all that sounds a bit unclear. You will see what I just described becoming real in a few moments. Now, I will start doing what I said right before by creating a new SwiftUI source file. I will name it root view. Root view is ready, and I'm just dragging it among the other files in the project navigator. Now, I will not start with the root view's body. I will get back to it in a while. I will start by defining a new custom type, a class, which I'll name PresentedView. I will make it conform to the Observable Object Protocol, and that way I will be able to have properties marked with a published property wrapper. When SwiftUI views subscribe to changes made to that kind of properties, then they can redraw their content right before changes occur to the published properties. Anyway, that's another topic, so I move on. Inside the PresentedView body, I will define another custom type. That's going to be an enumeration, with cases that will be representing the views in the same hierarchy level that we want to navigate among. So here is that inner custom type called Available Views, where I provide the cases red, green and blue. Besides the available views, the PresentedView class will be containing one property only that indicates the view that should currently be displayed. I am naming that property current view, I specify its data type to available views, and I provide the view that I want to be shown first in the root view as initial value. And of course, as mentioned previously, I'm marking it with the published property wrapper. I'm making a turn here, and I'm heading to the app structure where the initial view for the current scene must be set. I deleted the default view while I was preparing this demo project, so for now it's empty. I'm going to indicate to my app here that the first view should be displayed once the app is launched is the root view. But at the same time, I am providing to the environment of the SwiftUI views hierarchy an instance of the PresentedView type. That environment is like a shared memory for SwiftUI views. The instance that I just provided with will be accessible by all views in the hierarchy, and any changes made to it will affect the root view and subsequently the displayed view. With that in place, time to go back to the root view where I still haven't changed the default code in the body. Before I do that, I'm getting ready to receive updates from the PresentedView object that was added to the environment. I mark the property with the environment object property wrapper, I name it PresentedView, and I just specify its data type without initializing it. The actual object exists in the environment, and this one will be referring to that. Now I can deal with the view's body. At first, I am deleting all default content. Now, I am going to determine the value of the current view property of the presented view object using a switch statement. For each available case, I am initializing the actual respective Swift UI view. The logic is that simple. There is just one more thing to do, but important one. To update the menu, so it updates in turn the current view property depending on the selected option. I'll do that by copying first that line here, and I'm switching to the colored content view that contains the simple demonstrative implementation. I'm pasting the presented view property over here, as that's another view that I want to be capable of using the presented view instance in the environment. Now, I'm replacing the temporary binding value I had set to the picker that implements the menu with the binding value of the current view property in the presented view object. Next, in order for that property to be updated whenever a menu option is tapped, I am tagging each option using the tag view modifier, passing as argument the available views case matching to the displayed text. And that's all. I will run the app now to see the results of what I did here. See that it's working perfectly. I'm switching from one view to another simply by choosing where I want to go. My selection is stored in the current view property of the presented view object that I added to the view's environment, and depending on what I choose, root view displays the proper view. I really hope you found this video helpful and you enjoyed watching it. Consider subscribing to my channel, and why not my newsletters as well. Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't hesitate to share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching and take care.